All right, it's almost 18 minutes before we say goodbye here on Morning Live. Today is the launch of the What's Your Story campaign, which is aimed to tackle South Africa's deepest divides, such as your diversity and racial tolerance. The aim of this campaign is to build understanding, trust and reconciliation through storytelling, according to the Heartlines NGO that is behind the value-inspired campaign. So we talked this morning in our studios in Johannesburg with Nevelia Moloi from the What's Your Story campaign. Nevelia, good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Valesa.
It's good to have you here. Thank you so much for your time. Now, Heartlines, which is a social NGO, has launched the What's Your Story campaign. What inspired this campaign?
So Heartlines is a centre for values promotion, and we've been around for quite a few years, and our aim is to put values on the forefront of South Africans' minds. So we promote positive values through stories and media. And over the last few years, we've said, what is it about our values that can help us tackle social issues? And one of the biggest social issues in our country at the moment is divides based along race, class, ethnicity, culture. So What's Your Story is a campaign that says, how can we use positive values to redress those divisions? How can we use the things that bind us or that connect us to tackle the things that disconnect us?
And you do that through storytelling?
We do that through storytelling. So if we think about the reason we have so much mistrust, prejudice, perceptions, suspicions about each other is because we really don't know each other's stories. So when you look at me, I am a person, a female of color. When I look at you, you mean something to me just because of the stereotypes that I have. So we're saying, if we really want to get to know each other better, we need to understand each other's story. In order for us to work well together as a nation, in order for us to go across racial divides, in order for us to reconcile as a nation, we need to first start by getting to know each other.
So how does it go about? Do you come together as clubs, or how does it go about?
So our method has always been to produce media that can be used in any setting where a group of people meet. So either in your families, in schools, in workplaces, in correctional services, on campus. So we've been in a 4-year-long development process, meeting with key leaders in the space of race and reconciliation, activists, passionate individuals. And so how it works is we've developed a number of resources for schools, for churches and faith-based organizations, for workplaces, for campus. And we're also producing a film which releases next year, which starts conversations around getting to know each other better. You know my name, but do you know my story?
You don't really know your story, where you come from and your ambitions, I believe.
Exactly. So we believe
but do you perhaps have a target audience? Is there a specific age that you're looking into?
Our resources are developed across a number of ages. So we've got resources for as young as youth groups, say 12 years and upwards, for campus, for workplace. So essentially this campaign is for anybody who says, I want to build South Africa. I want to understand the people I interact with daily just a little bit better. And I want to use story to do that. Now we know that story cannot tackle the racial divides completely, but story is the starting point. So once I understand you, we can then work together and say, let's work together to tackle this beast called racism.
Well, the idea sounds, it sounds beautiful. How will the campaign reach people? You've mentioned that you're going to be going around schools and churches, and that's how you're targeting your audience.
So we are doing a national roadshow. Today we officially launch What's Your Story, and we're also launching the release of our digital platform called whatsyourstory.online. And on this platform, people can share their stories, they can interact with other people's stories, read it, listen to it, watch videos of it, and they also get some content on how can I use this in my context, at work, at the place of worship, in my school, on my campus. So we are doing a national roadshow starting next week, where we'll be at a number of global leadership summit conferences, and then we'll be going into a number of cities throughout South Africa with our champions and our activists, the people who have supported us over the years. We're presenting the resources to them and saying, partner with us, use this in your schools, use this in your campus, and then share your story online with us at whatsyourstory.online.
So that how is it going to happen on online? Am I going to be able to choose which story do I want to go through?
Yes, you can. So if you go there right now, you can submit your story You can even submit your story via WhatsApp.
All right.
You can submit it online via the site. You can say, I just want to record my story at home, or I want to get my friend to record it on my phone.
But what kind of stories are you looking into? Like personal backgrounds and such? Is that what you're looking into?
So, the thing with story is that we all have a story to tell.
We do.
And you decide which part of your story you feel that if people knew this about me a bit better, it would alleviate prejudice, suspicions, the stereotypes we have about each other. It's really a story that says, I want people to know me a bit better, and I want to use that to build this nation. That's ultimately our goal with this campaign.
Just to bring out the positiveness and everything.
Yes, our ultimate goal is to see people reconcile to each other through storytelling.
All right. So what happens once the stories are told?
Magic happens. So online the stories are told, and it goes through an editing process, and we put it on the site. Today at our launch, we're featuring some of the stories that are on the site. And once the stories are on there, we want people to feel inspired to want to share their stories. But more than that, we want you to start a conversation. I mean, the 2 guys on the site share their story about people treat you differently once you've been to jail. So once I've engaged with their story, it makes me think that, okay, so someone maybe has, has a criminal past or has been to jail. But what's the story behind the uniform? How do I get to understand? How do I take that first step to say, I know your name, but what's your story?
Who am I?
Who are you really? Exactly.
That's a beautiful initiative, I must say, Nevelia, but that's where we're going to leave it this morning. And good luck with today's launch.
Thank you very much. Thanks so much for the time.
It was our pleasure. It was nice having you on our show this morning. Nevelia Moloi from the What's Your Story campaign. How do they get hold of you? Is there a website?
Yes, the website is whatsyourstory.online, or they can follow live updates at Heartlines NGO. We'll be live Facebooking the launch today as well. And if you follow us on Twitter at Heartlines NGO, you can get updates from the launch.
There you have it. Morning Live takes a break. Don't go away.